Hello there, hello. Whoops. Welcome to the lore. Today I'm gonna talk about Magnuaberration. Well, Magnuaberration, he's a huge lizard guy. He's like a big crocodile, and, wings, and a big giant tail, with spade at the end. And his upper body, and instead of having a crocodile head, he has a humanoid upper body. Yeah, sort of. With mouths for the arms, and on his head he has a hand, and in the hand is a gun, and the gun has a face on it, and there's lips and teeth on the gun's barrel. Yeah, he actually doesn't always look like that. He sometimes takes on the disguise of a businessman, and he kind of operates a kind of reality TV network on another planet. Yeah, he's also an alien. Yeah, his people kind of became really... Yeah, he kind of puts on big shows for his audience. But most of the time they're games of death. He likes to go to other planets, mess up things for the sake of entertainment. Yeah. Like the time he came to Earth in the near future. And he did a couple of things there for different schemes. Like for example, one of the schemes he did, he brainwashed all the superheroes on that planet. Yeah, he didn't to hold a death game tournament for when they would fight each other for the entertainment of the people. Yes. And what happened with that was, well, there was a new hero that rose up that used to be a normal human being. Yeah, I know that's a common theme throughout the stories. Well, a normal human being was trying to make a souped-up computer, and ended up exploding in their face, and it caused them to turn into an internet. It caused them to turn into a troll with internet magic powers. Yes, I'm not making that up. That's actually a thing. Yes. Not like troll face. No. Like a troll. Yes. Only like a super handsome troll who is very tricky and has all sorts of cool magic. Yes. What, you thought it was a big dumb ugly troll? Nah. That's not even what they were traditionally, but that's another thing for another time. No. Yeah, this troll he beat Magnuaberration in his first game. Then he came back a few years later and basically tried to zombify the entire planet. He zombified the entire planet to hold a first-person shooter tournament with teams, and whoever killed the most zombies would win. So yeah, he zombified the people of the planet in order for them to all die, just for entertainment. Yes. And well, a zombie girl actually became a hero. Yeah, and ended up kicking his butt. Yeah, and returning all the people back to normal. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Now the reason why Magnuaberration's lizard-like form when he transforms into that looks that way is based a little on Gun from Middens. Yeah, if you guys don't even know what that game is, I don't blame you. Not many people do. I believe Manly Badass Hero played it a long time ago, but that was back before he had millions and millions of views. Now, if you want to think of Magnuaberration as something, he's sort of similar to Mojo from X-Men, but not quite. You know, I originally had him made as sort of a sleazy alien businessman and who was kind of in show business as well, before changing him into that. Anyway, whoa, we have lots more to go. I have lots more to go over besides that, though. Let's see. Oh, did you know there's actually lots of monsters in my world that are not really all that nice. For example, there's one known as a Succus. It looks like a round green spear with lips on it and bat wings. Yes, it likes to inflict nightmares upon people to put them to sleep so it can suck out their life force. It said when it sucks out the life force, the dreams are especially intense. But it's just draining them of their life force and anything like that. That's just one of the little enemy minions. There's also red caps in the world. They're goblins, but yeah. The red caps though are goblins that are basically criminals that basically go around beating people up and robbing them. Yeah, they're like yeah. Yeah, they're criminals, yeah. The reason they're called red caps is because they basically are practicing a dark art where if they get bloody, they get stronger. Yeah. They're one of the basic minions that I have to deal with in Lumina Knight's Castle. By the way, Lumina Knight's Castle is basically a giant elder god being. Yes, that comes from the Nightmare realm. Yeah. Yeah, so it's able to take on just about it. It's just able to take on just about any shape, but everything in it is actually kind of alive and kind of terrifying. And it will do everything it can to get rid of intruders, which can be quite difficult to navigate. But the big thing I'm navigating that palace for is to get to the world canvases. The world canvases are canvases created by the goddess of creation when she split the universe into a whole bunch of fragmented parts that are all separated from each other. And the world canvases work as a link between worlds. Unfortunately, after the goddess of creation was killed by Lumina Knight and her forces, the world canvases were kind of stolen and kind of defaced with a cursed paintbrush that kind of brought dark virus to all of them. Yeah, dark virus. It's a virus that takes on all sorts of different forms, but mostly whenever it infects people, it turns them into monsters. It has multiple different strains, of course. It can turn people, animals, monsters, even objects into freaking monsters, including there's a strain that even turns machines into monsters. There's also a strain that turns people into zombies. Yes. And when you get infected with dark virus, you kind of take on some sort of eldritch form. Although not everything is necessarily a Lovecraftian level threat with that. But yeah. Yeah, and the world canvases, well, when you jump inside them, you end up in different worlds. And my goal is to basically purify the source of the dark virus inside of them, so that those worlds can be saved. So that the link that Lumina Knight made between them, which was through the chains of chaos, which was so she could corrupt those worlds and basically offer them as a sacrifice to Lilith to try and revive her, as well as causing chaos to try and find the keys to unseal Lilith. Well, yeah. Yeah. By the way, one of her minions that actually defaced the paintings is actually a Lillian Cid. Yeah, if you don't know what that is, it's a fairy artist. Only this Lillian Cid is not quite very nice. She's well known for taking arts users and basically taking their souls away from them in exchange for amplifying their power, slowly but surely, until they end up being trapped inside of twisted painting worlds where they're basically tortured for basically forever and ever until they're basically were freed. Which in Magical Artist Girl with the powers of paint magic actually did that and defeated her. Well, the first time, but it didn't actually stop her from coming back and trying another scheme, which in my timeline was the world canvases. Yeah, Lillian Cid does have paint magic, sort of similar to that one Magical Girl, but it's very bloody and kind of cursed. Yeah, yeah. Lillian Cid is also a mad artist too. You know the type, the ones that think blood is the paint. I mean, is it really are there really humans that actually think blood is paint, man? I sure hope they're not. I sure hope they're not the mad artist types. If they really do, at least I hope so. Of course, if they are, I'll probably have to stop them. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the mad artist's name is Megalomania. Yes. Yeah, basically the cursed brush she has is a brush. It's called the Brush of Madness. It has the powers of a cursed fallen muse with it. Yeah, a cursed fallen muse who basically used to be a muse, but was kind of super jelly and wanted all the talents of arts for herself. And anybody that basically was expressing arts in any sort of way basically became a target for her to kind of do all sorts of really bad and questionable things too, that were meant to hurt all of them. Needless to say, that muse is no longer around because the goddess of creation kind of killed her, because that particular muse sided with Lilith back during the Great Demon Wars. Yes. But that muse's spirit lives on inside that paintbrush. Yeah, the cursed one. There is also another paintbrush, which is the Goddess of Creation's paintbrush, which is known as the Paintbrush of Fairy. It has incredible powers of the arts of creation inside of it. So basically, whoever gets it will be able to make basically whatever world they want, and Lumina Knight and her forces are also looking for that so they can remake the world in their own twisted image. And Lumina Knight kind of promised a lot of her minions she would make their own worlds for them. And their own worlds are rather twisted, where they're basically gods and where they're basically going to be gods and going to oppress everybody in those worlds. And obviously I can't allow that, obviously. Yeah, the troubles caused by that would be very great. Now, if Lilith came out, the troubles caused by that would be so absolutely astronomically cataclysmic that it would basically cause all of reality to succumb to nightmares, yes. And become a basically twisted version of itself. Yes. And we can't allow that, no. Anyway, that's what I have to deal with, and I think that does it for the lore for today, but thank you very much for watching. And remember, play games and have fun, okay? Alright now.